Hello there. You ready? I know I sure am. Let's get going here. Alright, so we're on the River Quadi, Among the Gran, Part 6. Yes, keep on degrading yourself, soul. But soon your chance at dignity will be gone. Everyone gets one life. Yours is almost used up. And instead of treating yourself with respect, you have entrusted your own happiness to the souls of others. And that's the end of that one. So yeah, as we can see though, really the theme of getting going with your own life, having a sense of agency, doing what you want and what you're interested in, major themes of this chapter, or this book, I suppose. But it seems like he's starting to kind of nail in or narrow in on this one, on valuing or putting too much weight on the opinions of other people in respect to doing what you'd like to do, what you'd like to try out, what you'd like to accomplish. You gotta find, you don't have to be 100% self-sustaining in your happiness, but there has to be some things about yourself that provide you happiness. I suppose you don't have to, but it's preferable, certainly. If you don't depend on everybody else and their approval and their opinions of you for your own happiness. Because if this is kind of a cliche thing to say, but if you are at the beck and whim and malleable to the opinions of others and to society at all times, then really who are you? You are just then an outcropping of society and who you surround yourself with, which to a degree we all are and all have aspects of ourselves that are like that, and who are happy to kind of relinquish that responsibility and leave it up to society's whims and the people around us. But if you do it all the time, and I really think what he's getting at here, if you do it the majority of the time, not just even like most of the time, what am I saying there? Like, you should be yourself first and foremost. And if you want to do something, as long as it's not harming other people, as long as it's not damaging property, don't, if you lose some friends over something, or your reputation is scorned in society, like, if it's making you happy, then who cares, really? Like, who is you? Do you care that much? I suppose if you care that much that you're willing to sacrifice your own personal happiness and in your curiosity, striving towards your interests, if that's what's valuable to you, I think he's kind of saying here that, best of luck, because when come the end of your life and perhaps your body's beginning to fail you, your mind isn't as sharp as it once was, and you look back, are you going to be happy that you conformed with the crowd so often, or are you going to be more happy and proud and look back more fondly of the things that you did because you were truly interested in them, and they were of your own volition and of your own interest, and what really piqued your curiosity, and where you went down some of those rabbit holes? And he's not saying that it's good or bad. You're gonna make mistakes, certainly. You're gonna do things that you originally sought out or started out that you thought things were gonna be great and grand, and go halfway down the rabbit hole and realize, oh my goodness, I've wasted so much time and resources. But what he's getting at here, though, is that it's better to do that than to just live for other people and live for their approval. And you'll find true happiness within your soul. Whatever that is, your soul, your animus, you. That's where you'll find it. What else can I add there? some of these things, what calls to a person, examining that, like that curiosity, and think, why is that interest there? Why do I even want to do that? And exploring that can be and often is some of the best pursuits one can partake in life, is to learn more about themselves. And that often doesn't happen when you're at the whims of other people, for good or bad. I'm trying to think. And then the first sentence here, I think this will be my last piece on this, but on degrading yourself. I think he's getting that in two ways, like literally putting yourself down and degrading or denigrating your opinions as, oh, that's no good, society wouldn't like that, and kind of putting yourself down, and degrading yourself. He's getting at it in that sense, and then I think he's also getting at it in the sense where quite literally your soul is being degraded. Every time you say, no, I'm not going to do that, so-and-so wouldn't like that, my reputation might take a hit in one way, and discounting the positive ways where it might be improved. Every time you say no to something not based of your own volition, and these are things that you want to do, that's like with this whole thing, it's things that you want to do, but society or other people would frown upon it. Every time you say no to that, or yes to something that you don't really want to do, you don't really care for it, but okay, yeah, I'll go there this weekend, or yeah, I'll commit to that every Monday for the next 6 months, but you don't really want to do it. You're doing it to, fit in with the HOA, or fit in with the a social group that you really want to be a part of or something. The more decisions those make, it kind of takes a toll and quite literally degrades your soul. And so next time an opportunity comes up for you to say no when society wants you to say yes, or vice versa, your brain's going to get trained to thinking, okay, well, last time I did it, so I'll do it again. You'll lose a piece of yourself that's you, and that's an individual, and has agency, and self-respect, and respect in your own ability to make a decision, and your ability to think and behave in ways that you're confident in. They get degraded after a period of time. It's not instant, but it happens all the time, where people wake up after 20 years in a marriage they didn't really like, and the whole time they knew it wasn't the right thing, but they went along for whatever reason, and these things pile up, or they divorce is probably one of the best examples I can think of. Career would also be another one. A good example would be, getting out of school, lots of debt. Maybe you realized halfway through a program that you didn't really want to do what you originally sought out to do, but now you're straddled with all this debt, and the only job that you can get that will pay enough to get you out of that debt is the job that you now have realized you don't really like. And some of those, they're very complex, some of them, because what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do in that situation? But certainly doing nothing is not a good option, and just going along with it. I think that's where my thoughts are going to end there. I hope you enjoyed the video.